in D1 against number 4. We are Big Time Sports. I'm the mellow tones of Charlie Jones, and my booth buddy tonight, one of the all-time favorites in the Akron-Canton area, if not the whole state of Ohio, my buddy Joe Dunn. And Joe, this is a big game tonight for both teams.
Well, looking forward to this one. This is for bragging rights, I think, in the state of Ohio. Number 3 against number 4. It's all going to be about tempo tonight. I think Zanesville wants to get into a half court. Jackson will want to get the ball and go as fast as they can.
Joe, what do you think are the keys to the game tonight if you're Scott Aaronholt?
Well, you got to hope that Jackson's not hitting their threes. They're going to keep shooting. If they're not hitting them, they're in trouble. They've been an outstanding shooting team. All 5 starters can shoot the 3. I think that's key tonight. They continue that success.
Put on your Tim DeBevic coaching hat now and go inside that Jackson locker room. What's he telling the guys?
Well, you don't want to play from behind against Zanesville because they will put it in the deep freeze a little bit, spread the floor, and make it awful tough to come back. So if you're Jackson, the best thing that could happen to them, jump out to a lead and make Zanesville play their game trying to catch up.
All right, so there you have it. That's our Roosters pregame report. We'd like to thank our good friends from Roosters, located in the Belton Village Mall area on Dressler Road. We'll be back to talk to both coaches after you watch them. All right, so as we dim the lights here in the Jackson Gymnasium, Joe, let's talk about the starting lineups, and I'm going to let you do the honors for the undefeated Zanesville Blue Devil.
We got a lot of veteran guys back. Granger Long, Dar Stanford, Bo Cook, a guy they saw last year down at Zanesville that really tore them up. They're 20-0 for a reason, Charlie, because they are all outstanding basketball players in that starting lineup.
I've seen Zanesville twice this year, Joe. I like number 24, Thomas Weibler. Not only was he the starting quarterback on that Zanesville team that made that long football tournament run, but he's a great basketball player for Scott Aaronholt. Let's take a look now, Joe, at the Jackson Polar Bears, and I'm going to let you, Joe, do the honors again for the Bears.
Well, they are a veteran group. They start 4 seniors and 1 junior. Their guards, Tyler Dunn, Kyle Mottice, awfully good defensively. They came in at 17-2. Evan Bailey, one of the top players in the state of Ohio, on his way to the College of Charleston on a full basketball scholarship. Mitch Pugh and David Smith, 2 guys that can really shoot the 3. It's a good starting lineup for both these teams. The question is going to be which one will play their A game tonight.
All right, so as we approach tip-off, let's take a look now at our keys to the game, brought to you by our good friends from Ferris Chevrolet Buick Cadillac Toyota. Keys to the game tonight. Jackson needs to control the tempo. Zanesville needs to hit their 3-pointers, and both teams, remind you, need to be awfully good from the charity stripe. So here we go. Hold on tight. We've got ourselves a dandy on Big Time Sports. I'd like to thank Dr. Chris Mantonides for taking care of our tip-off again tonight. Dr. Chris Mantonides is your man for any type of dental work. Drive into paint, going to force that shot up. That shot is up and good, Joe, and that's Kyle Mottice with a tough basket.
I'll tell you what, he can hang in air as good as anybody. He makes some tough shots look easy, and that was one of them.
This is J.T. McFarland with the basketball. You're going to see McFarland do most of the ball handling tonight for Scott Aaronholt. Malik Bocat out of the corner. Shot will not go. Rebound, who's got it? Off the floor now to J.T. McFarland. They like that when he squares up like that. They like him to take that shot, but Bocat couldn't get it down. From the right elbow, shot is up.
Tyler Dunn.
Who was that?
Tyler Dunn, the junior, with the long 3.
Wow, Tyler Dunn can hit those threes. He's got great shooting percentage on the season from the 3-point range. It's a 3-2 contest, 5-zip contest now in favor of the home guys until, of course, a good strong move to the iron by Granger Long. Tyler Dunn will bring it up now for the Polar Bears. He'll kick it to the right side with the basketball. Number 34 is David Smith. Well, tried to penetrate, Joe, but good defense, man-to-man. Shot from downtown, no good. McFarland will bring it down for the Blue Devils.
Evan Bailey at 6'6", likes to face the basket. That's where he feels his best strength is. He can also post up, but he's pretty good at that 3-point line.
There's another attempt from behind the arc. No good. Rebound to the outlet man, Tyler Dunn, very quickly. Down court, tries to drive the baseline. Bailey looks for help, can't get it. We'll get the ball back. This is Evan Bailey, baseline, and one, baby. How about that move by Evan Bailey?
Evan Bailey is a guy, as we said, that feels more comfortable, I think, facing the basket. You get him down low, though, with that 6'6" height advantage. Let's watch it right there. That is a tough shot off the glass, Charlie, with a chance for a three-point play.
All right, so let's take a look now as Bailey will go to the free throw line, and Jackson out to a good lead here now over the visiting Blue Devils 7-2, but Bailey can't cash in from the charity stripe.
Got to hit free throws. In a game like this, it could come down to who makes the most points from the free throw line.
Starford will get it now to J.T. McFarland for the Devils. Number 24 is Thomas Weebler. He's the quarterback on the football team. This kid is the pretty good all-around athlete down there at Z-Town High School. McFarland gets a good look, can't get it. Rebound off the weak side. Zanesville has it knocked right back in his face. He's going to go again, and this time Dar Stanford gets one off the glass.
Well, you got to rebound the basketball if you're Jackson. You cannot give Zanesville second and third looks.
Yeah, they're going to go inside. Nice pass, nice shot, Joe, and that, of course, Mitch Pugh, baby.
Mitch Pugh can have a hot hand at any given night, and the thing with Mitch, he's going to keep shooting them up there.
Well, he released off the backside of that defender, and his teammate found him with a nice assist and an easy basket for Mitch Pugh. Double team up high by the Polar Bear defense. This is McFarland. He'll stop, he'll turn, he'll spin, he'll put it up. He can't get it. Rebound, who's got it? We got a jump ball. And the arrow is going to keep it along the baseline.
You can see right now, Zanesville, not that big a team, but boy, they will fight for every rebound. You got to get your hands on the basketball and pull it away.
So Weebler will be the trigger man, and bringing it bounce very quickly now to Granger Long. Long will take it out on top to Dar Stanford. Here's a shot, got a good look off the glass, will not fall. Rebound, Tyler Dunn for the Polar Bears. Tyler Dunn averaging 7 a game now for the Polar Bears. Will give it up. Mottice on the drive, and that's two now. That's two strong moves to the hoop for Kyle Mottice.
That is his game, and if you foul him, he's the leading free throw shooter in Stark County. So even if he goes to the free throw line, you are playing with poison right there.
Yeah. Check out the full court pressure, Joe, by the Polar Bears. McFarland breaks the pressure. McFarland's got an easy one. That time, J.T. McFarland made it look too easy against that full court pressure.
You got to stay in front of him. You got to stop the dribble.
So the Bears now, this is Evan Bailey. This is Mitch Pugh. So Pugh with another one of those nice assists off the glass, and guess what? Scott Aaronholt of Zanesville has seen enough. He's down 13-6 now in the early going.
Well, they tried to front Mitch Pugh, and they're getting a little give and go, and they're going right over the top. And Mitch Pugh with the catch and shoot.
Check it out on the Papa Bears Big Play Replay, Joe.
There's the front, and Mitch Pugh is strong enough for those quick hands. He can catch it, and he's going up off the glass for a couple easy ones early.
All right, so if you're looking for a place for your son or daughter to play basketball this spring or summer, why not the Ohio Rising Stars? Give Drake Whitmer a call at the Ohio Rising Stars. It's your son or your daughter playing basketball this spring or summer. www.ohiorisingstars.com. And Joe, what do you think?
Well, if you're Tim DeBevick, you want to play from the lead. As we said, I think that's one of the keys. You let Zanesville play from in front. They will spread it. They will make you play defense, and that's tough. Right now, Zanesville with a call as a timeout. Let's see if they change the strategy of trying to front Mitch Pugh. Maybe they'll play behind him right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you could write a script, if Tim DeBevick could write a script, this is exactly what it would look like, Joe, with that early lead against a very good undefeated Blue Devil team from Zanesville. Stanford against Mitch Pugh on the left elbow. Nice drive by Stanford, and that time Stanford, nobody got in front of him, Joe, to slow him down.
Well, Zanesville likes to take it to the basket, and Jackson's got to tighten up right there.
Here's the shot from out front. Will not go. Rebound high off the iron that time. That was Malik Bocook for the Blue Devils. Stanford will look over the court. Take it right side to Thomas Weebler. Weebler into the corner. This is McFarland. He likes that shot. Short off the front of the iron. Dunn will bring it down. The rebound for the Bears. Pugh likes the look. He'll take it. Won't get it. Knocked out of bounds by J.T. McFarland. So the Polar Bears will keep the basketball along the baseline.
Well, right now, the story of the game is defense on both ends. Jackson doing pretty much what they want. And on the other end, not cutting off the dribble drive to the basket.
So David Smith will bring it in now off the baseline to Tyler Dunn. Dunn will take it right side to Evan Bailey. Smith will give it up to Pugh. Nice spin move by Pugh. Sweet banana, Joe. That was almost an NBA move.
Nice move by Pugh. You got to finish on that, though.
13-8, still a 5-point spread. We've got 2 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the opening stanza as J.T. McFarland makes it look easy on the reverse off the baseline.
Well, if you're Tim DeBevic, you're not happy with your defense right now. They're taking it to the basket way too easy.
Done. Back to Bailey. Bailey will bring it across court. This is David Smith. Smith's going to drive. Smith puts it up. Can't get it off that. Mottice. He's got it. Kyle Mottice, baby, with another putback.
He is so strong at 6 feet, and he gets off his feet in a hurry. Good body control by Kyle Mottice.
So still a 5-point lead now for the home guys, the Jackson Polar Bears. Big time sports, bringing you big time high school basketball. Can't see it anywhere else but right here with the big time sports guys. Sanford will drive, he'll put it up, and a foul is gonna be called. Good drive, good strong move that time by Granger Long, but he'll go to the charity stripe. Joe, call the replay.
Let's watch it again. Again, they penetrate off the dribble drive. They try and set up for the charge, and they don't get it.
We'd like to thank Curtis Miner and his good people at Naturescapes Design. That's Curtis Miner and his good people. Give Curtis Miner a call at 330-936-1998 for any landscaping needs, any paver stone needs, or this time of year, how about some snow removal from Naturescapes Design of Canton. Bailey now will bring it down against Long. Bailey, left-handed shot, puts it up. He's going to be fouled. He'll go to the charity stripe for 2.
Now that's the beauty of having a guy at 6'6" that can handle the basketball, and Evan Bailey. A lot of guys that size are not going to take it to the basket. Kind of an off-balance shot, but he's going to go to the free throw line. But if you play off of him, Charlie, he's going to pull up for that 3.
Bailey, first shot is good. Let's see now, Evan Bailey. Wow, not too shabby, Joe. Evan Bailey, 79% for the charity stripe.
Jackson has 3 guys shooting 80% or better from the free throw line. Mottice, Dunn, and Bailey.
That is an extra bullet in your gun, is it not?
Exactly.
So that'll make it 17-11. The Polar Bears have built that lead now to 6. Mottice reaches in, can't get it, but this time J.T. McFarland is going to finish for the easy 2 off the window. Bailey, baseline. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Zanesville. We'd like to thank Dr. Chris Matanides for taking care of our tip-off sponsorship. In low, this is Bailey in the paint. Right side he goes, can't get it to go down, rebound, who's got it? And a jump ball is gonna be whistled, and the arrow is gonna keep it at that end of the court.
Again, Zanesville very, very aggressive rebounding the basketball. They get their hands on it 95% of the time. That's impressive.
Shot from downtown, can't get it to go. Rebound J.T. McFarland. 17-13. The basket here will close the gap to within only 2 for the Blue Devils. This is Ramon Wilson, number 12 in the game now for Scott Aaronholt. Wilson, along with running mate J.T. McFarland. McFarland loses the basketball. Seaman is going to pick up the loose ball, but Seaman is guilty of the turnover.
What's a tough call. Tim DeBevic doesn't like it. Scott Gooden, the lead official, right on the play, made the call.
All right, so they'll take it out along the baseline, and of course the guy bringing the ball in bounce is the guy that calls all the shots in the huddle for the football team, Thomas Webeler. Ramon Wilson can't penetrate. We'll pull it back out on top now and look for help. Sanford. Dar Stanford is number 10 now. The big guy out front, Malik Cook for the Blue Devils. 35 seconds to play in the first period. 17-13, the Polar Bears on top. Bears ranked number 4. The guys in the blue ranked number 3. And they're both here in front of the big-time sports cameras tonight at Jackson High School. Joe, what are you going to do here?
Look for Zanesville to get it down to about 7 or 8 seconds and dribble drive to the basket. That's where they've had their most success here in the first quarter.
Yep, you being the basketball guy that you are, Joe, I'm not going to doubt that. But they better start the ball towards the hoop. Wow, Joe, they're going to keep it all that time and get an off-balance fadeaway from behind the arc. Wow, I bet Scott Ehrenholt's not very happy with that last shot, but that's going to do it. We played 1 quarter of basketball. Jackson 17, Zanesville 13. Mello and Joe will be back after you watch this. 17-13 contest now in favor of the home guys, the Polar Bears and Joe. That first quarter, my young friend.
Well, if you're Zanesville, you know how you can score on Jackson right now. Dribble, drive, penetration. Jackson has not come up with an answer. And also, Zanesville, very, very effective rebounding the basketball, keeping it alive in there. If you're the Polar Bears, their 2 guards, Dunn and Mottice, have played well. Mottice especially has been active on the offensive end with rebounds. Right now, it's everything we thought it would be, 17-13.
All right, many, many thanks to Brian Wynn and his staff at Auto Nation Ford of North Canton. Give Brian Wynn a call at Auto Nation Ford. That's 330-238-3206. Auto Nation Ford of North Canton. Zanesville with the basketball to open the second. Wilson will give it up now into the corner. Granger Long will go inside, and guess what? We got a jump ball, good defense, and Joe, a turnover because the arrow is going the other way.
Well, Jackson stealing something from the Zanesville playbook. They go in and reach it up and tie it up. Now, in a close game like this, you have to take advantage of every opportunity you get and score off turnovers and miscues.
Bailey will get it up to the left side to Tyler Dunn. Dunn checked down there by Ramon Wilson. Pugh likes that shot. Pugh can't get that shot. Here comes Wilson with the rebound off the floor. Pass down to the baseline. Looks. Got a guy wide open. Got a good look at, Joe, we got a 3 ball from Thomas Weebler.
He can shoot it out there. That's one of the few open looks Zanesville has had.
So Weebler brings the Devils to within only 1. Mottice with the basketball for the Polar Bears. Gets it to the low post of Pugh. Pugh has it taken away. Weebler with the loose basketball for Zanesville.
Quick hands.
Early second quarter here from Jackson High School on the Big Time Sports. Wilson tries to go inside. Pass is deflected. They'll get it back now. And here's Weebler again. And this time nothing but air ball. But in the right place at the right time is Malik Cook.
First lead of the night for Zanesville. And that came off an offensive rebound as a large Zanesville crowd into it right now.
So Jackson, who had a nice lead early in the game, finds himself now down by 1, and Zanesville will get the ball back on the missed shot.
They're going to keep shooting those threes. David Smith especially likes that 3 ball.
Joe, how about Friday night? You and your buddy Troy Richardson going to be in the booth at the field house, aren't you?
I'll have to check that schedule.
Well, I think you're in the booth for Timpkin and Glen Oak.
Looking forward to it.
Friday night. Into the corner. Here's the shot. Got a good look. And another 3. All of a sudden, Zanesville heating up with Ramon Wilson. Only 5'7", but drains a 3 and a foul called on the drive. Pugh on the drive gets fouled, but it'll be spot under the rim.
Boy, Jackson likes to get it down in a hurry and get that first good look up and in if they can do it. Here's another look on the transition. Pugh puts it up, blocked out of there.
Replay, of course, brought to you by Curtis Minor and Naturescape Design of Canton. That shot is going to bounce high off the backboard, and it'll be whistled dead, and they'll give it back now to the Blue Devils, who have hit 3 balls in a row, Joe. Turnover. This is Mitch Pugh for the Polar Bears. Here's the shot from the left elbow. In and out, can't get it. Rebound, Tyler Dunn. Dunn fighting for it. Mottice with it. Looks, he's going to move in. All of a sudden, what do we got? We got a traveling violation against Kyle Mottice. What do you think, Joe?
Well, Tyler Dunn talking with Scott Gooden. He thought he got fouled on that offensive rebound. Mottice then looking for some space. Couldn't get it to go, but good defense by Zanesville. That's what they're noted for. They will clamp you down.
J.T. McFarland to Thomas Weebler. Weebler on the drive. Weebler tried to get it up. Couldn't do it. Rebound David Smith to the outlet man Tyler Dunn with the basketball. Dunn will look the floor over. We'll take it right side to Evan Bailey. Bailey into the low post to Mitch Pugh. They're going to kick it back out to Smith. Smith! Sweet banana, David Smith. How about that shot?
Well, they found the open man. That's something that Jackson has not done, I don't think, here in the first half. They forced a few. They've got to keep their heads up and find the open man.
So Jackson. Only 1 point now separates the two. Jackson with that three by David Smith has cut the lead to only one now, but checking in will be number 33, Jake Pallotta. Jake Pallotta for the Jackson Polar Bears. On the floor now for Tim DeBevick. Pretty good game so far, Joe. This is everything it has been billed at, hasn't it?
Yes. They got the sophomore Jake Pallotta in there right now.
Pugh will pull up. Pugh will drain about an 8-foot jumper by Mitch Pugh.
They can score in a hurry. They just got to concentrate now on playing some defense.
J.T. McFarland, and just as you say it, Joe, just as you say it, McFarland drives the paint. Easy one off the glass. Mottice with a nice spin move, and I'll tell you what's good for the goose is good for the gander as they trade baskets almost same style.
Good vision by Mottice. He saw an opening and took it to the basket. This is going back and forth. Stanford
will give it up. Weebler will kick it to the corner. J.T. McFarland, and I'll tell you what, it might be chilly outside, but it is hot in here, particularly from the three-point line. Pugh can't get this one. Rebound to Granger Long. Long, a 6'4" senior with the rebound for the Blue Devils.
Well, Zanesville, you know what they want to do. They're good moving, everybody moving without the basketball. And then when you try and back up and prevent the drive, they will take that shot just like that. And that is a good possession there by Zanesville, their biggest lead of the night at 4.
Malik Bocook with the basket for the Blue Devils. Jackson off the floor will kick it out to Pugh. Pugh likes that shot. I knew that was going in when they let it go, Joe.
He can shoot it. They can all shoot it. Now they got to play defense.
McFarland with another nice drive to the hoop, and it don't get any better than the nice, strong move to the hoop by J.T. McFarland. The house is rocking. Big Time Sports is rocking. We are going to step back, take a little breather, and come back to more Big Time basketball on Big Time Sports. 30-26. We'll be back after this timeout. And Joe, check it out, buddy, and check out the fan cam and look at them here in the Jackson Gym. This is the Firehouse Grill and Pub fan cam coming at you.
Looking right into that Jackson student cheering section over there across the way.
All right, so this is Tyler Dunn now to open things up after the timeout. Dunn will work against J.T. McFarland of the Blue Devils. Dunn will kick it out. Shot. Uh-oh.
Ben Seaman, the sophomore.
Nice three ball by Seaman. And I'll tell you what, I don't know how many three balls we've had so far, but we have had a lot of action from behind that arc so far in the contest.
Out of bounds to Zanesville. They stepped right on the line as Jackson came with the double team. They got to do more of that. Can't sit back and let Zanesville take it to the basket. You got to make them think a little bit out there.
Yep, good defense by the Polar Bears as Tyler Dunn will give it now to Jake Pallotta. Pallotta into the corner to Mitch Pugh. Good spin move. Pugh likes that shot, can't get it. This time Mottice hustling and working hard. He can't get it, and DeBevic is going crazy down there in front of the bench.
He wanted to foul on Mottice putback, didn't get it.
Wow. Weebler to running mate Dar Stanford. Jackson continuing. There's Weebler. He likes that shot. Couldn't get it that time. Rebound to the Polar Bears.
Jake Pilata, the sophomore. They're playing with two sophomores in there right now.
Pilata with a spin move. A nice shot. Nothing but net for Jake Pilata. And Jackson now 31-30 with a buck and a half remaining here in our first half.
Young team in there for Jackson.
3-point shot. Weebler short off the front. Can't get it. Put back by Zanesville. Can't get it. Rebound Tyler Dunn for the Polar Bears.
He's had a couple.
Yeah, Dunn. Uh-oh, look out. Uh-oh, sweet banana Tyler Dunn. Wow, he drained that one from downtown, Joe.
Couple threes for the junior.
34-30 as Tyler Dunn puts the Bears up by 4. Less than a minute to play in the first half. Don't forget, Malone University is going to be our host for our halftime report. Long will kick it back out on top to Dar Stanford.
They want to hold for the last shot, Charlie, or not?
I think you're right, Joe. And what you're going to see, though, is you're going to get Weebler either with the long one or JT McFarland down the lane. Shot is up. They're not going to wait that long for it. But the rebound, Tyler Dunn, and here comes Dunn with the basketball. Dunn is going to pull it back out and set it up. And Tim DeBevic says, let's spread things out. Joe, call the action in the last 15 seconds.
You want to get it down so you get the final shot. You do not want Zanesville to get another shot. You want to go in 4 up or 6 up, but you don't want Zanesville to get a look.
5 seconds to play. Kyle Mottice with the basketball. Triple team now. We'll kick it out. This is Pugh. Almost, but not quite. And that's going to end our first half of action. But on the Big Time Sports TV network, it's the Polar Bears 34, Zanesville 30. We will be back with our Malone University halftime report after you watch this. .com. And Joe, describe the first 3 minutes of the second half.
Well, I think they're going to be key for Jackson. You do not want to play from behind in the second half against Zanesville. So they've got to come out. I think they got to pressure the basketball a little bit. I like what they did defensively when they trapped with the double team on the sidelines. They got to do more of that, because if you let Zanesville get good spacing and spread it out, they've been very effective to taking it to the basket off the dribble drive.
All right, and once again, Dr. Chris Matanides will step up to the plate and sponsor our second half tip-off. Give Dr. Chris Matanides a call at 330-433-0333 and schedule your appointment today with Dr. Chris Matanides. McFarland shot, can't get it. Mottice with the rebound for the Bears. And here we go with Jackson. Bailey will get it into the low post. We'll get it back from Pugh. Inside, outside, Pugh is going to take it. And, Joe, that's not a high percentage shot for Pugh.
Well, he had an open look and he wanted to take it, but, boy, you get that ball to start the second half. Want to try and take advantage of it.
Weebler. Nobody is going to hit the first couple shots to begin this second half, as Tyler Dunn will control the ball now for the Polar Bears. Tyler Dunn, only a junior, coming in averaging 7 points a game. And, Joe, he's one of the top free throw shooters in Stark County. And Evan Bailey is going to get hot and drain a 3-ball from behind the arc.
He is the difference maker in this game if he gets the hot hand. He is a guy that can light it up, and Zanesville's seen that in the summer.
All right, so right back now to Thomas Weebler with the score 37-30, and Zanesville needs to hit a couple buckets their next 2 possessions to get back into this one. And just as I say that, Dar Stanford is going to hit one from about 12 feet and make it 37-32 as they go into the low post to Mitch Pugh. Pugh facing the basket, can't get it. Reach-in foul is going to be called on Tyler Dunn of Jackson.
Yeah, he reached in and picked up the foul. Easy call. And if you're Tim DeBevick, you want to keep those starters out of foul trouble. I think Jackson has a deep bench, but those 5 starters playing awful good right now.
Coming up Friday night on the Big Time Sports TV network, it's the Timpkin Trojans against Jackie Reynolds and the Glen Oak Eagles. That'll be a big one. That'll be a non-leaguer that don't get any bigger than Glen Oak out of the Federal League and Timpkin out of the Pac-7. Watch it right here with Joe Dunn and Troy Richardson on Big Time Sports. McFarland. Good defense by David Smith. McFarland with a left-handed dribble. Here's a nice shot. Had a good look. Good tip. Uh-oh, and a foul is going to be called on the tip. This one's going to go against Kyle Mottice.
Either Mottice or Bailey. Or maybe it's David Smith.
Yep, check it out now.
David Smith, that's his first. Let's watch it on the replay, on the Naturescapes replay. David Smith will go up and swat it away, yeah.
So David Smith will pick up his first personal foul of the contest. Pugh, Smith, Bailey, Dunn, and Mottice on the floor now for Tim DeBevick. Going to try to back in, has the ball knocked away. DeBevick wanted a turnover, didn't get it. Good fake, good move by Mottice, and here comes Evan Bailey. He'll stop, he'll pop, can't get it, rebound Pugh, can't get it up Mottice. Mottice is going to be fouled from behind.
Kyle Mottice, again, only 6 feet tall, but he gets more rebounds for his size than anybody I've seen in a long time. Let's watch it again. They keep it alive. Mottice inside and gets swatted, and that'll cost Zanesville a foul and a couple free throws.
So Mottice going to short arm it, and
he doesn't miss many. I think right now, statistically, he's the top free throw shooter, one of them anyway. Top 2 or 3 in Stark County.
37-32, Mottice will make it 38-32 now in favor of the Bears. As Dar Stanford will bring it down now against Mottice. Stanford. This is McFarland, this JT McFarland, pretty dangerous when he gets a basketball. There's a turnaround off the glass, too strong. A rebound, David Smith now for the Polar Bears. Bailey to Pugh. Pugh thought about taking the baseline, couldn't do it. Spin move by Mottice, and Kyle Mottice is going to get an easy one off the glass.
I'll tell you, backed in, he felt the defender on his back and made a nice move to free himself.
Zanesville does not hit this time, Joe. They're going to be in deep trouble, but I'll tell you what, just as I say that, a spin around by Malik Bocook is going to score 2 now for the Blue Devils. 4.5 to play here in the third period. Evan Bailey can't get it. Mottice and Stanford going to call jump ball, and they're going to give it right back to the Polar Bears along the baseline.
Again, it's Mottice who tied him up. Coach Aaron Holt from Zanesville doesn't like it. He saw a lot of that from his team in the first half.
So Mottice will be the trigger man as he brings it into Tyler Dunn. Mottice looks, gets out of the paint, kicks it out to Evan Bailey. Bailey's got to look. When you give Evan Bailey that kind of time and he squares up and gets his feet set, you might as well put it on the scoreboard, baby. Evan Bailey.
He's a streaker, and once he gets it going, he will not pass up a shot.
Watch it now as Dar Stanford is double teamed. Gets it away. This is McFarland. McFarland drains a 3 ball from downtown. J.T. McFarland with 3.
Well, he has been impressive, hasn't he? He has hit a ton of shots, and there's one that was like a dagger when Jackson trying to separate themselves. McFarland with the 3.
All right, so less than 4 minutes to play. It's 43-37 now in favor of Jackson. And while I have just a couple minutes, I want to thank the Bell Stores for taking care of a game day sponsorship. Fresh coffee, tasty snacks, and frozen treats. It's all at the Bell Stores. It's a quick family fill-up and Marathon Gas. All kinds of locations around northeastern Ohio. Our good friends from the Bell Stores and Marathon gas stations. And how about my good buddy Will Van Nostrand at Van Nostrand Young and Associates. For personal or business insurance, call Will Van Nostrand today at 497-1967. Will Van Nostrand. Bailey inside the Pugh in the low post. They're going to kick it back to Mottice. Mottice will look. Bailey likes that shot. And guess what? Sweet banana, Bailey.
He's got the hot hand. He's feeling it right now. You got to get a guy up in his grill because he'll keep firing him up. He had a wide open look, and he can shoot it from deep.
Well, Bailey coming in, averaging just over 18 a contest for Coach Tim DeBevick. Has hit a couple big threes here in the late going, and a foul is going to be called.
On Pilata?
Yeah. Yeah, they called Pilata for a kick. Watch the replay and see if you can find the foul, Joe.
Well, there's Dunn with the knockaway, and it looked like Pilata. Oof, I don't know if I saw that one. Scott Gooden made the call. He was right on top of it, though.
All right, Weebler will get a pick up high. Weebler will drive. Weebler will force it up. Weebler can't get it. Rebound, Mitch Pugh, and here come the Polar Bears. Evan Bailey will stop. Evan Bailey will pop. He can't get it. Rebound to the Devils. Out quickly. 46-37. Less than 3 minutes to play. Knocked out of bounds.
Yes, off Zanesville. Sure was.
Wow, good defense that time by Jackson. So Jake Pilata will bring it in now to Kyle Mottice.
Tim DeBevick keeping guys fresh. He's got the sophomores in there right now, and Pilata and Seaman.
So the Bears with only 2 losses on the season. And, of course, the Blue Devils undefeated thus far. Mottice will throw it away. Taken away that time by Granger Long of the Blue Devils. As you watch Ramon Wilson kick it to the right side to McFarland. He'll go down deep now to the low post, and a good block by Evan Bailey. Gives the basketball right back to the Polar Bears.
Bailey, pretty good defender down low.
Bailey, Mottice. Well, let's see what Pilata.
He'll shoot it from out there. Now you got to get up on him. You got Boo Cook on him right now. Pretty good defender. They spread the floor. Let's see what he wants to do right here.
Well, the Polar Bears got Brad Angler, number 40 Brad Angler on the court now. Giving Tyler Dunn a little breather on that Polar Bear bench. Bailey on the drive. Bailey on the move. Shot is blocked. Good move by Bailey, but at the last possible second, blocked by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that's one he dunked up at Menor. Just a play just like that.
Weebler on the drive. Weebler on the putback, and Weebler. Good, strong hustle by Thomas Weebler. 46-39, a 7-point contest. $1:20 to play in the third. Kyle Mottice says, take this one, Blue Devils.
Pressure shot by Mottice. They're all big shots now, coming down to the final minute of the third quarter.
McFarland will kick it out. This is Wilson. Wilson can't get it. Rebound. Who's got it? Mottice with the basketball for Jackson. Angler is going to get called for a double dribble, so a turnover on the Polar Bears will give it back to the Blue Devil.
I'd like to see that one again.
A little premature on that call.
Brad Angler, the big, strong senior at 6'3", about 225 pounds.
Wow, he's well built, Joe. Big, strong young man.
Going to get Dunn back in, and Mottice will take a breather with less than a minute to go.
All right, so 55 seconds on our scoreboard here. Speaking of scoreboards, many thanks to Auto Nation Ford of North Canton. That's Brian Wynn. If you need a good car or truck or van, you got to check it out at Auto Nation Ford of North Canton. McFarland will go against Engler. He'll give it to teammate Wilson in the corner. Wilson looking into the low post, thinking about it, does not do it, kicks it right back out high to Long. Weebler with 25 seconds.
They're down by 9. They're going to try and hold it, Charlie. Boy, Coach Aaronhold has a lot of confidence in his team for fourth quarter play. Big possession here to close out the third.
Well, I think if Jackson can close the door, Joe, that is going to give them definite momentum going into that fourth stanza.
Here we go.
5-4, Weebler, he's got it, and that's why Aaron Holt says let's hold the ball and take that shot. That's going to do it. We have played 3 big ones here from Jackson High School, and the score after 3, 48-41 in favor of the Jackson Polo Bears. Big Time Sports will be back with Big Time Basketball after this timeout. And check it out. There you see it here at Jackson High School on the Firehouse Grill and Pub Fan Cam. Everybody rocking and rolling here. That's right. Look, Joe, that young lady right there is checking out Big Time Sports on her phone app. Huh?
Well, she's sitting right in front of Mitch Pugh's mother there.
Oh, is that Mrs. Pugh?
That sure is.
All right.
You can see they are everybody in a Jackson purple into this one. Zanesville, of course, travels well. They've got a good group over to the left, and we're coming down to the final 8 minutes with Jackson up 7. But that lead doesn't seem like much the way Zanesville can play.
Well, let's see how they can play as they start with a short one off the front of the iron and a rebound to Evan Bailey. Tyler Dunn with the basketball for the Bears. Dunn got a breather there late in the third period, but he's back on the court now. They tried to go back inside to Pugh. Can't get it. Mottice with the shot. Can't get it. Rebound. The big guy, Malik Bocook. Steal. Shot. Can't get it. This is Bocock again. The kick out to Wilson, and here come the Devils. Wilson, nice pass. Off the glass. Makes it look real easy. That's Cade Johnson. Cade Johnson, number 22, just into the game for Zanesville. It's a 5-point game, 48-43. Smith on the drive will give it back to Pugh. Pugh sees a little daylight, and Pugh is going to be fouled on the drive.
Well, I think Jackson got bailed out a little bit on that one. Pugh just a touch out of control. Tried to force one up with the left hand.
Check it out on the Naturescape Design replay.
That's not what you're looking for. And Zanesville fouls, and those are the kind of plays you look back at after the game and say, what if?
Shot is up. Shot is good. We like to thank Abbott Electric. Abbott Electric, a full-service electrical contract. Abbott Electric does it all. Give Abbott Electric a call today at 330-452-6601. And Joe, it is a 7-point spread again for the home guys, the Polo Bears.
Jackson going to put some full-court pressure on right now.
Well, let's see what that full pressure looks like. They're going to release it and bring it in now to JT McFarland.
He's an outstanding football player, too. I think he was one of the top receivers in the state last year.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. A great all-around athlete. That time gets it blocked. David Smith to Evan Bailey. Evan Bailey can't connect, and down court all alone is McFarland, and very quickly now the lead now only 5 by the Polo Bears.
Well, I'll tell you, that is a big turnaround. That's 2 points that could have gone to Jackson. Instead, Zanesville with the full court pass.
6:25 to play in the contest here on the Big Time Sports TV network. 50-45, Polo Bears by 5, and the house is rocking tonight in Jackson Township.
Jackson going to try and play, take some seconds off the clock. Boy, they had some momentum going. Mottice right to the basket, up and got it.
Yeah, that's part of why, Joe, they space the floor like they do, because they know Kyle Mottice, as well as Tyler Dunn, have a quick first step. McFarland. Uh-oh, he's bumped by Mottice, and a whistle on the bump.
Well, I've been impressed with McFarland. Look at he's got some strong upper arms. He can take it to the basket.
Check it out, Joe.
They're going to give him 2 shots. I don't think Jackson fans like that.
Well, the replay. Yeah, McFarland makes the first one. Joe, after the game, are you going to Roosters, buddy, over on Dressler Road?
That's my plan right now, Charlie. Love the place.
It's a fun, casual place. It's called Roosters, and it's over in the Belden Village area. If you get in there tonight after the game, Joe Dunn might just buy you a root beer. Right, Joe?
Or a sweet tea.
Yeah, or a glass of water. 5:40 to play. They go down low. Evan Bailey with the turnaround. Bailey too short. And with the rebound, Granger Long.
Got to get better shots than that if you're Jackson.
Well, in Zanesville, as you know, Joe, is not going to quit. Wilson with a nice move on the drive. Foul is going to be called on the reach. And they're going to say it was on the floor.
Tyler Dunn, I think, is the guy that they called.
Well, here's the replay. Compliments of Curtis Miner and his buddies from Naturescape Design of Canton. So the foul will go against Tyler Dunn. That's his second of the ball game. JT McFarland will work against Evan Bailey. He'll give it right side to Weebler, who is challenged by Mitch Pugh. High post. Turnaround shot. He's got it. Does it get any better than a shot like that by Malik Bocook?
Well, Zanesville right now, right where they want to be. They're on the road against a very good basketball team, down by only 4.
Bailey takes it. He's got it. When Bailey gets a look like that, you might as well mark it on the board. Evan Bailey, and don't forget, Joe, we got to name our retro TV player of the game, and I'm going to let you step up the plate and do that, all right?
That could be a tough decision, especially what happens here in the final 4.5.
That's why I'm making you do it. Down low. Bocock can't get it, kicked it back out. This is JT McFarland with the basketball. McFarland, he's got it, he'll take it, forced it up there, too hard, rebound to Mitch Pugh of the Polar Bears, and Tyler Dunn now will bring it down court and set things up.
We're going to spread it.
For DeBevic's group. 4:05 to play, and Jackson with a 6-point lead, and there comes the spread by the Polar Bears. Evan Bailey out at the 10-second line, about a foot short of the 10-second line.
Let's see what Coach Aaronholt wants to do. Sit back, let him take some seconds off the clock, or come out and get him. They're pressuring a little bit, but not to the extent where it's going to bother Jackson too much. Let's see if they double him too.
Well, Joe, I tell you what, if I'm the Blue Devils, I got to come out and pressure them. I can't sit back. The clock continues to run with every dribble of the basketball. 3.5 to play, and the Blue Devils' undefeated season on the line right here. Zanesville ranked number 3 in Division I, and a kick off of the foot will spot the basketball along the baseline.
Well, they went back door, and they had looked like it was Pugh open. Ball kicked, and now they're going to get David Smith, the senior, out of there and bring the sophomore Jake Pilata in.
All right. So Pilata will bring it into Mottice. Evan Bailey and Tyler Dunn way out on top now, spreading the floor for Jackson. Bailey back to Pilata. Out front now to Mottice. There's the drive. That's what they were waiting for. Loose basketball picked up by the Blue Devils. And that's exactly what the Blue Devils were looking for.
That time it backfired on Jackson as they decided to put it in the deep freeze a little bit, spread it out. Mottice did what he wanted to do, got it to the basket, but Zanesville answered with a good defensive play.
Well, with a shot from downtown, they can cut it in half. But a foul is going to be called down low. Zanesville will get the basketball out under their own bucket. And stepping in will be Ramon Wilson. Here's the replay. Compliments of Naturescape Design of Canton. And there you see the foul.
Yeah, good call. Pugh came around, bumped him as he tried to get it. That is team foul number 6 on Jackson here in the second half.
Second on Mitch Pugh. McFarland likes it. In and out, can't get it. Rebound Evan Bailey. If that would have went in, we'd have ourselves a 3-point ball game, and a timeout called now by Tim DeBevic and the Jackson Polar Bears. With a score of 54-48, 2:34 to play, we'll be back with exciting high school basketball on Big Time Sports. We'll be back after this timeout. Back at Jackson High School, and there you see some of the fans here in the house tonight, and it is rocking, and it always rocks, Joe, on the Big Time Sports.
Yeah, good crowd. I'm not sure if it's a sellout, but it's an awfully good crowd. I don't see a lot of empty seats, maybe up in the corners across the way. But they have seen what everybody expected would be an outstanding game between the 3 and 4 teams in the state of Ohio. And I think you can tell that not a lot of turnovers in this game. These two teams are very well coached. They don't turn it over that much. And it's going to come down to the final 2:34, who can make the best plays down the stretch.
All right, Friday night, the Big Time Sports guys will bring you the Timpkin Trojans in battle with the Glen Oak Eagles. That's on the Big Time Sports TV network Friday night. Glen Oak and Timpkin. Tyler Dunn against Wilson. Dunn needs some help or he's got to give it up. Can't give it up to a 10-second count and a timeout called by DeBevick. And I don't think DeBevick liked what he was seeing out there.
Well, Tyler Dunn got in trouble. If you get pressured that way, I know that Tim DeBevick wants to hold it, but if you get that much pressure, try and get that first quick step and penetrate to the basket because the court is spread. You got good spacing, but I'm not sure that's what the Polar Bears want to do. They are playing the clock more than Zanesville right now, trying to take some precious seconds off this game clock.
Another game day sponsor is our good friend Aaron Kowalczyk at the Aaron Kowalczyk Law Offices, serving the Big Time Sports viewing area with 2 locations, one in Stark County and one in Tuscarawas County. It's the Aaron Kowalczyk Law Office. Call Aaron Kowalczyk today at 330-453-2772 or 330-556-4734. Aaron Kowalczyk Law Office. Dunn will give it up to Pugh. Dunn will give it back now to Evan Bailey.
Big possession here. They're going to take it probably under 2 minutes if they can. So this is a huge possession for both teams. And they're going to put the ball in the hands of the senior Bailey. He stops off glass, no. Pugh puts it back up, blocked, no good, and Zanesville gets it. Wow.
Yes. And knocked out of bounds, and what do we got? They're going to give it right back to Zanesville as Weibler will come into the game now, replacing Dar Stanford for Zanesville. But, Joe, it ain't over till it's over, buddy.
No, this is a 2-possession game right now, and Zanesville has shown that they can hit the 3, and there's one of them that can do it.
That's right, J.T. McFarland, and this guy right here, Thomas Weibler. What did I tell you? If I tell you it's Easter, Joe, start coloring your eggs, baby, as Weibler drains one from the corner.
1-possession game as we come down to a minute and a half to go.
Mottice in the paint. Mottice to Pilata, and a push by Weibler as the ball went to Pilata.
That's only the 4th team foul on Zanesville, so if they get behind, they're going to have to make a lot of fouls to put Jackson at the free throw line.
So this is Pilata bringing it in now to Mottice. Evan Bailey way out on top now against J.T. McFarland. This is Tyler Dunn with the basketball. Bailey, the senior, will penetrate. And a turnover now. That time caught him from behind.
Yes, they did.
Wow, I'll tell you what, Zanesville had it, and a timeout called by Scott Aaronholt. Zanesville keeps the ball. Zanesville hits a 3. The roof comes off this place, Joe, but shoulda, coulda, woulda, and we've got a timeout.
Well, let's take a look at this as Jackson again with Evan Bailey. And here they come. They come with the double team from behind him. He doesn't feel it or nobody calls it out. And there's the turnover to Zanesville, and that was huge.
All right, and that was on our Mount Hope Fence defense, baby. And don't forget, coming up at the end of our ball game, it's our wrap-up show brought to you by our good friends at Altman Hospital. And then I'm going to let Joey J.J. Dunn, my booth buddy tonight, pick our retro television player of the game. And Joe, a lot of pressure on a guy your age.
You got that right, and a lot of pressure on those guys right there. Tim DeBevick, the Jackson head coach, talking to his lineup right now. And the problem right now, if you're Zanesville, the good thing is you're only 1 possession from tying this thing up, 54-51, but you only have 3 team fouls, so you're a ways away from putting Jackson on the line. Now let's see what Coach Aaronholt wants to do. I think they're going to come with the pressure and try and turn Jackson over.
Well, 1:07 to play, so hold on tight. Don't get near any sharp objects at this stage in the ball game because we don't want anybody hurt because we have got the action coming at you on a Big Time Sports.
54-51 now. Mottice will put it in play to Tyler Dunn.
Well, they don't want to foul Tyler Dunn, and there's the foul, and Tyler Dunn.
That's only 4 team fouls.
Yeah, that's only, well, I was hoping Dunn could get to the free throw line because he doesn't miss very many from the charity stripe.
80% free throw shooter.
Dunn with the basketball against Wilson. Clock running under a minute now, 50 seconds, a 3-point ball game in favor of Jackson, and a foul is going to be called on JT McFarland, and that is 5th team foul now. So
they're down to 47.5. If you're Jackson, you want to shoot nothing but a layup. And hopefully that'll come with the clock running.
Right, with about 1 second left, right? Mottice with the basketball to Tyler Dunn. Tyler Dunn is going to pull it out now and work against Ramon Wilson.
They wanted a 5-second call on Dunn. It was close.
It was close. See, the problem is I don't know. Yeah, Plata will bring it in.
You're going to have to foul. I mean, you're running out of time. Coach Aaron Holt begging for a call down in front of us. 54-51, Charlie, with a half a minute to go.
Well, they're going to let Plata bring it inbounds now. This is Bailey with the inbound pass against JT McFarland. Clock running at 25, and there's a foul, and that'll put Bailey at the charity stripe.
Well, there's 3 guys out there in Jackson uniforms that are 80% free throw shooters, and you got Bailey, one of them, up there right now. Mottice and Dunn are the other 2.
Yeah, Evan Bailey, 80. Well, actually 79%, but let's round it up to 80, right?
That's what I like to do, Charlie.
That's right. That's right. Bailey now, first shot. He's got it.
Well, that's a big one. That makes it a 2-possession game.
And with this, Bailey now can put it out of reach.
No, not really. I mean,
well, old Mellow Tones think that this one is over.
Here's McFarland.
JT McFarland on the drive. He's got it in a timeout called by Scott Aaronholt. It's a 3-point ball game. 56-53 with 17 seconds to go in the contest. And don't forget, join Joe Dunn and Troy Richardson Friday night for the Timpkin Trojans and the Glen Oak Eagles. And then next week, we get into Division I tournament play. We are going to bring you the new Philadelphia Quakers against the Massillon Tigers.
First tournament game.
At Massillon High School, that's right, buddy. Yep. The Big Time Sports guys will be there, Joe.
New format this year with the Division I sectional district in northeastern Ohio. It's a blended sectional district. And Massillon, with the higher seed, will host New Philadelphia. That's going to be one of the better first-round games, I think.
It will, because during the regular season, when New Philly played at Massillon, went into OT, and Massillon pulls out a 2-point victory over the New Philadelphia Quakers. So it will be a dandy as you get a good look there at Tim DeBevick and his Jackson Polar Bears coming out for the final 17 seconds of the contest.
Well, the first thing you want to do if you're Jackson, you got to get the ball in bounds. You got 2 timeouts left. If you can't call a timeout, they're going to get into Bailey. Good move.
Bailey against McFarland. McFarland's got a foul.
Look out.
You got to stop that clock. And there's the foul with 9.6 seconds to play. And Joe, I can't understand why they let him run almost 8 seconds off the clock.
Well, number one, you don't want the ball in the hands of Bailey or Mottice or Dunn. They got it into one of the guys they want to get it to. And now with 9.6 seconds, Bailey can pretty much put this one away with 1 free throw. So this is a big one right now. Coach Aaron Holt going to get all his best 3-point shooters in the game right now.
Yep. You're exactly right. Weebler back into the game for Zanesville. Zanesville coming in undefeated at 20-0 and ranked number 3. The Bears, of course, with 2 losses, ranked number 4.
It's a miss.
Uh-oh, it's a miss. And can
Here
they
we
throw
go.
one in at the buzzer? McFarland. There it is. There it is. It could count. It's not going to count, and it is over. It is over from Jackson High School, and what a thriller we had here tonight, Joe. That last shot out of the corner almost went in to send us into OT.
Boy, that was close. That missed free throw opened up the door for Zanesville. They had one forced look and then a pretty good look at the end, Charlie, and that's what they wanted. I don't think Coach Aaron Holt can complain that last possession because Jackson wins it, but they dodged a bullet with that last 3 off the front of the rim.
All right, so once again, our final score, 56-53. Zanesville goes down for the first time this season to the hands of the Federal League Jackson Polar Bears. Joe and I will be back to wrap things up in our Altman Hospital wrap-up show after you watch this.